Hi, this is Anil and welcome to the video tutorial for the Learning Lab on C++ programming. So in this tutorial we're going to learn about the destructors in C++. So I believe that a lot of you guys have watched my previous tutorials where I have explained about the constructors in C++. A constructor is a special member function of a class that is executed whenever we create new objects of that class. But the destructors are opposite to that. A destructor is also a special member function of a class that is executed whenever an object of its class goes out of scope or whenever the delete expression is applied to a pointer to the object of that class, which is nothing but when we create an object, the constructor will be called, and when the memory allocated for that object will be released, at that time the destructor will be called. So here in this tutorial, to demonstrate the use of destructors, we're gonna build a class. So it's gonna be class human, and here we're gonna write the access specifier as public, and let's create a constructor the same name as a class name, and within this constructor we're gonna specify constructor called, and just end this line. And next we're gonna write a special member function which is the destructor. To declare a destructor, first we need to use the tilde symbol, the one which is present above the tab key in your keyboard, and then the class name, same as the constructors. Here in this case it's going to be human, and then a pair of parentheses, and then a pair of curly braces, and between these curly braces we're going to write the statements that we want to execute before releasing all the memory allocated for the object. The statements inside this destructor will be executed before destroying the object. So here this destructor cannot take any arguments and it cannot return any values, but the constructors can take parameters which we have learned in previous tutorials. And also, if you want to define this destructor using the scope resolution operator outside this class, you guys can do that. And now we're gonna write the statements, and just for the demonstration purpose we're gonna use a cout, and we're gonna say destructor called, and let's end this line. Alright, now we have created a class with constructor and destructors. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna create an object of this class, and here in this case we're gonna use the second method where we are using the new keyword. So first we need a pointer. It's gonna be human, and then star, let's say Anil, and then we're gonna create an object using the new. It's gonna be Anil equal to new human, and no parameters. Okay, now I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna build and run this. You guys can see the constructor called, and the destructor is not called. That's because at this moment also the object is present in the memory which is not destroyed. The destructor will be called when the object is being destroyed. That's why what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this one, and we're gonna use the delete keyword to deallocate the memory allocated for this object. So it's gonna be delete, and then the pointer Anil, and I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna build and run this. Now you guys can see constructor called and then the destructor called. Okay, I spelled it wrong, no problem. So what we can say is when we create an object, the constructor will be called, and when we destroy an object using the delete keyword, or when the function that contains the object or where the object created goes out of scope, that object will be destroyed. At that time the destructor will be called. A destructor is a special member function which has the same name as the class name, and this destructor cannot return any values, and also we can't pass any parameters to the destructor. So thank you for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.